Hello. Today we're going to move away a little bit from thinking about sentences, which we've been doing for the beginning of the class, and start to think about how to write a paragraph. Paragraphs are important because they are a way for a writer to develop a thought so that a reader can understand it more easily. And as you'll see as we continue, paragraphs are the building blocks of essays, which are the major way that people communicate in college. So let's begin with a definition. We can say that a paragraph is a group of sentences arranged in a pattern to create a meaning. Now you might see some similarity to my definition of sentence, which is a group of words arranged in a pattern to create a meaning. And in both definitions, the really important word is pattern. Your reader will expect, when he or she is reading a paragraph, to see a particular form, and a paragraph that doesn't follow that form can make your reader confused. So, of course, it is in your best interest to write a paragraph in the pattern that your reader expects to see. In this lecture, I'm going to discuss that pattern and the 4 elements that every successful paragraph should contain. And the easiest way to remember these 4 elements is to think of the TETS pattern. TETS, T-E-T-S, is a word made from the first letters of the names of the necessary elements of a paragraph. And those elements are topic sentence, evidence, transitions, and summary. A paragraph that includes all of these elements will give a reader the best chance for accurate understanding, especially if that reader is a college professor who expects to see this particular pattern. So let's take a closer look at these elements. I'll give you some brief definitions now, and then over the course of the next few modules, we'll look more closely at how to most effectively use them in a paragraph. First, the topic sentence is the sentence that expresses a paragraph's idea, and you'll be reading more about that after you finish this video lecture. The topic sentence, because it expresses a paragraph's idea in a single sentence, works as a way to introduce your reader to what your paragraph has to say. Second, we can think of evidence as sentences that explain and support a paragraph's topic. Sentences of evidence give your reader more detail and information about what a paragraph is saying, therefore helping a reader to understand and, in fact, agree with the claim that you make when you're writing a paragraph. Third, transitions are words and phrases that show relations between ideas. In paragraphs, transitions usually show how one point of evidence relates to another, or how a point of evidence relates back to a paragraph's topic. Fourth and finally, the summary is the sentence that restates a paragraph's topic. It gives your reader another chance to accurately understand your paragraph's idea by giving your reader another chance to actually see your paragraph's idea. Now, as you write paragraphs for classes in college, for assignments, or for quizzes, you'll find that the paragraphs following the TETS pattern will communicate most effectively with the instructors that you'll be trying to impress. For that reason, I'll say again, it will be in your best interest to include all 4 of these elements in your paragraphs and to provide the pattern that your reader is expecting. Again, we'll be looking at this pattern in more depth in the next few modules, so don't worry too much if this is unfamiliar to you now. It will make more sense as we continue. I hope you'll keep this lecture in mind as you keep writing paragraphs, and as always, thank you for your time and attention.